hiding in his closet. I'm gonna.
Well, to say,
you got to get used to it. And listen, and that's where he says, "Yep,
You want that?
you want this." The voice says, "I'm hiding in his closet."
Am I arrested?
Am I under arrest?
No.
Oh, good.
Can we talk to you for a sec? Is that all right?
Well, I got bad ears. What?
You want me to get closer?
Huh?
We just want to talk to you for a sec.
Yeah. My bad. My ears are that.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check in with you. My name is Zach. Are you okay to stop the live stream for me?
No, I'm definitely live streaming for my rights.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to talk about some things that have been going on. Is that all right?
Yeah. Am I getting apprehended today? Is this cuffs? All right. So, like, you guys gonna walk away after this? Doesn't really look like it with this guy here. We got BBC super soldiers here to arrest me.
No, man.
All right.
I just want to talk to you.
All right. Cool. I'm down to talk.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
I work with our crisis team, but I also deal with kind of behavioral threat.
So I'm not really saying anything today at all that's even crisisable. All of today's subject matter is totally
I
different.
more wanted to get to know you better.
All right.
Do you know what? Do you know the reason why?
Probably my ex-girlfriend making some malicious false claims and trying to get you guys amped up.
Maybe there was a email that was set in. I've heard that you've been kind of posting that you're an incel and there's some allegiance to Elliot Rodgers, and that kind of gains a little bit people's attention. Is that fair?
Is that a crime?
No.
Yeah, I have bad genetics.
I never said that you're going to jail. I never said that there's any crime.
I'm not going to mental hospital either, right?
I'm just here to talk to you.
Hey, Nicholas, here's the deal real quick. Normally you can record, but we're trying to have a real conversation with you right now, and you're just kind of being adversarial with your phone. So you're in possession of numerous open containers.
All right, let's just keep the audio on.
So you can turn this off and talk to us, or I can cite you for your weed and take your weed, and we can do all that. I don't want to do that. We just want to talk. So can you just turn that off while we have our conversation, please? You're being recorded. We're not violating your rights. We literally just want to talk to you.
How much is a weed citation? Because I think my rights and the ability for my people to see this might be worth paying for.
Okay, then I don't know how much it is.
Can you put the camera down?
Yeah, I'll just pay attention to you.
Okay.
No, we already got your badge numbers. We just got audio. That's all we need now. Great.
I just wanted to get to know you, come and talk to you. Is
all
that
right.
Fair?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you. I work primarily in the North County, but you gained my attention. I don't know if that was your intention, but I just wanted to kind of come out and talk to you. Sounds like you identify as an incel.
I like the word leper better.
Leper?
Because it doesn't really matter. You can have physical sex, it doesn't really matter. Your genetics don't change.
Okay.
Your position doesn't change. You could just be someone that's manipulated. So I don't really care about the sexual aspect of it.
Okay. All right. It's more of the ideal.
Do what?
It's more of the idea.
What is contemporary among that, like, community? Not really, no.
No?
It's a transhumanism, recognizing Nazi eugenics and shit like that. Okay. And wanting to separate myself from something I have no future in. I don't want to give my life or my body or my time to everyone else's orgy and playground, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a biological waste here. I don't want anything from this. Okay. So it's not about sex. Who cares? It's about the body and your position in life. And if you're not good off in Egypt, you might as well get the fuck out of Egypt.
I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Egypt, how do you pronounce your Inus, is it?
How do I what?
Pronounce your handle, your YouTube channel name. Is it Inus?
Eunice?
Eunice, I call it.
Yeah, that's my backup channel.
Dude, that's cool. Your primary one's Black Pill Moses.
Obviously, yeah. I'm sure you guys got. Yeah, you probably have a multitude of 4 to 10 people making some some fake dimes on me.
So my concern is you and me in our conversation.
Yeah.
I don't concern myself with other people. So I'm here to talk to you and get what you and your information from you, not about other people.
Okay.
All right. I haven't talked to. You said your ex-girlfriend. Has she been calling in?
I could only assume so because I've heard from other officers that there are no local actual complaints about this subject matter. It seems to be my ex-girlfriend who knows that I've been talking about this for years and not been getting messed with by cops at all because I keep it legal. She's been making an extra effort to call you guys all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, because I would like people to be honest with me.
Yeah.
I have not talked to your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
We have not spoken on the phone.
I know.
Okay.
I'm not accusing you if I haven't talked to her. I just know other people in the sheriff's department have.
Okay. All right. Can we start further back? Like, where are you from initially?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Nice. Born and raised?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have biological mom and dad out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they still live out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you come from Cincinnati to California?
Went to Arizona a couple years. I've been in California for about almost 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Was there a reason you came to California?
I like the palm trees. There's more to do here, more to run into, better to be homeless. Society's easier to deal with and kind of mingle with and
Then Arizona and Ohio?
Yeah. I don't like rednecks. Rednecks get into your business. They false accuse you a lot. They're always sniffing down your neck and shit. I don't really f with rednecks.
That's fair, man. So Ohio to Arizona to California, and you've been here about 2 years. Do you have a relationship with your mom still?
I'd still talk to them, but yeah.
Are they together?
No.
They're divorced?
Yeah.
When did they get divorced?
Something when I was a little kid. I could tell they weren't meant for each other anyway.
Okay. How was that on you?
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't?
I was pretty mature about it. As a kid, I recognized what was going on. I was not really tripping out about
really?
it. I knew that they were better off divorced. It didn't trip me out.
Wow, dude. That's pretty good. How old were you when they got
Like
divorced?
7.
Pretty self-aware. Pretty smart.
Huh?
Pretty self-aware and smart. A lot of other kids 7 years old
Yeah.
that would kind of mess them up. Okay. So you talked to both mom and dad?
I don't really talk to my dad anymore, but I still talk to my mom a little bit.
Okay. Did you and dad have a falling out, or you just kind of don't get along?
There's just, like, my dad has a pattern of simping for blonde women, and that's what caused the divorce of my mom. And also, like, he seems to just have this pattern of letting blonde women kind of control his mind and shit. And I have a feeling that's why my grandpa disowned him. So I'm kind of like following in my grandpa's footsteps and be like, man, Dad, you get that sorted out with this blonde woman.
Did he cheat on your mom with a blonde woman?
Yeah, but even besides that, he's just kind of like, will do anything for a blonde woman. He kind of is a little bit of a race traitor.
Okay. So blonde, white woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his kind of thing.
I guess, but other than that, like, he's like a bit of a simpleton, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's level of cognition is kind of forgivable.
All right, can I be honest with you? I just want to be honest. Your audio's still on, right?
Yeah, I'm not even distracted by it.
Okay.
The audio's there to protect me.
Are you okay if we talk about some of your past
Yeah.
in front of other people? That doesn't bother you?
Absolutely not.
I just want to be respectful of
Thank you for asking that, but yeah.
and your past, because I wouldn't want a bunch of people knowing my past.
All right.
Like I said, man, we're just having a conversation.
Okay.
I'm not here to mess you up. I'm not here to take you to jail. It's not my intention. My intention is to have a conversation and to see where your mindset is and to see kind of your thought process.
I don't know what kind of things you were maybe guessing about my mindset, but I'll tell you that after this happening, you know, I was trying to get housed at Hedges. I'm trying to make something for me and kind of get off the streets in Santa Barbara, but this makes me, I kind of want to get my money and get out. I feel like I'm getting hunted now.
Again, I'm not here to take you to jail. I'm just here to have a conversation. Okay, put yourself in my position. All right, I got a job. I'm working as a police officer. I'm working on our crisis team, which deals with threat assessment, right? And behavioral threat assessment and management and things of that nature, right?
Oh, this document is scary. So from what I understand, it's a collaborative effort between multiple agencies at preventing crises before they happen. On the official document, it does say behavioral threat assessment and management is not, quote, profiling, predictive, or punitive in nature. If you want to look up the document yourself, I'll leave the link in the description. If you do happen to look at the document, let me know in the comments what you think about it.
You identify as an incel. You're familiar with Elliot Rogers. You're in Isla Vista, where Elliot Rogers carried out his attack. So let's just like unblanket everything. Is it fair enough for me to come and talk to you and have a conversation? I'm not accusing you of anything, but when you're holding up signs saying that you're an incel and that you're identifying with certain patterns, which is not, I'm not saying that you're going to jail for that.
I'm just having a conversation about.
Can I tell you where I'm actually standing on this?
Is that fair though?
Yeah. So I know that everything is protected by the First Amendment, and I'm not breaking any laws. And I'm totally aware that people might violate my rights and step on me because of how it looks or how it feels. And I'm not a threat to anybody, but I'm totally down to get false arrested and go to jail for something I didn't do, or even get put in a mental hospital so I can get a lawsuit out of it. If that's how they're going to do me, so I can help my people out. So it's really about, like, if people are going to treat me wrong, I will sue and I'll help people with it. That's where I'm coming from with this. Really.
Okay, that's within your rights.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not here to take you to jail. I'm just here to have a conversation. Right. I'm explaining why I'm coming to talk to you.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. So let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind a little bit. Go back to like childhood. How was your childhood?
May I butt in? Is this like a on-the-spot psychological evaluation? Am I within my rights to just say I don't want to answer any questions and ask you guys to leave if I could?
Like I said, you don't have to do anything. I'm just having a conversation.
All right.
I'd like to talk to you. You piqued my interest. I've talked to incels in the past. I just wanted to get more information out of you.
All right, so
if you don't want to talk about your past, that's fine.
All right.
If you want to talk about incels,
I want to minimize it to whatever's relevant to get your guys' business as wrapped up as quick as possible here. Because we're already kind of like, I know like the Constitution says if I'm not going to get apprehended, I could ask you guys to leave. But I know there's some complications here with that you guys already stated. So I'm just trying to help you guys wrap your thing up as much as possible because I see what's going on.
Okay. So when did you start identifying as incel or pique interest in incels?
In 2017, I noticed some people making fun of what they were saying, and then it totally struck me as odd because it makes total biological sense. It's all the animals and shit are like that, you know. Humans are shady in every other way. Everything acts in a self-interested way for self-preservation. So everybody wants to reproduce with the best genes. Everyone's going to think the worst genes suck. And there's just going to be bottlenecks and patterns like that. So it didn't really like hit me that hard. Yeah. I also have a history of having my rights violated with this before.
So I'm giving you enough space. I'm not saying...
No, you're not. Yeah, dude.
If you want to peace out of here at any time and leave and walk away, I'm not...
Yeah, we're good, bro.
I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's it.
If anything, the fact that you're still letting me record at least the audio, like, this is good for my people. It probably brought my viewers up today.
So, getting back to incel 2017, that's kind of piqued your interest. And then you started looking into it a little bit more.
Looking into what?
Incel, in the incel world. Do you identify within that incel world within one side or the other? I know
no, that forum was controlled by light upon light, private public sector kind of FBI gatekeeping, AstroTurf controlling shit. Light upon light, who was friends of Sergeant Incel, they were involved in a lawsuit with a website that was encouraging people to off themselves. So everybody involved at the high level of that website was involved in shady illegal shit with law enforcement too. So I don't even advocate or support that forum. I participated in it, but that was just because it's the only thing around where similar like-minded people are writing in English. Yeah, I don't really advocate for the general consensus message of that forum or any of that.
Do you ever have thoughts of harming yourself?
Do what?
Do you ever have thoughts of harming yourself?
No.
Do you ever have thoughts of, as we're walking or viewing Isla Vista and watching different women walk by, does that ever enrage you?
That's a meme of a question. I'm glad you asked that because of how stupid it sounds. No. They're part of the...
Again, I'm trying to
understand. I just, as soon as you said it, it just made me giggle in my brain. No, they're like, if anything, they make it more relaxing than like if it was tweakers in Riverside. They're kind of like fish in the aquarium. You know, they're like a decoration in the background.
Okay. Does it make you angry at all to see them walking by? Specifically white women.
In the context of making some satire in the moment that's not meant to be taken seriously, I could talk about, oh man, those are Chaz and Stacey's, that sucks, lol.
Yeah.
But it's in terms of like, oh, like no, like I've been used to this ever since I was a little kid. It never made me angry. I just do, oh, they're better than me. It's not like I'm angry. It's I got to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had thoughts of harming yourself in the past?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to you about a couple things.
I know you are.
Related to that, your past, specifically in Arizona. You want to turn that off?
Arizona has nothing to do with California. There's a lot of violations of my rights in Arizona. So I don't think Arizona has anything to do with California right now. I'm not going to talk
You're
about
right, it
Arizona.
doesn't. Again, I'm just trying to be respectful of you.
Yeah.
Is that cool? I want to hear from.
I'm only going to talk about Arizona if it means correcting what was wrong in Arizona. Unless that's what your interest is, I'm not here to talk about.
Okay. Are you okay if I ask you what you've been diagnosed with in the past regarding your mental?
I've never been diagnosed.
You've never been diagnosed with
No.
schizophrenia? Never in your.
No.
Okay. All right. You've never been diagnosed with anything else?
ADHD, and I'm allergic to penicillin.
Me too.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, dude. Okay. So I noticed your main handle, IG handle, or YouTube channel handle, however you want to talk, however you want to call it, as Black Pill Moses. That's referring to the incel group in the Black Pill versus the Red Pill.
It's not exclusively incel. There's people within TFL or MGTOW.
I had to look up the terms because I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Quick, pause this video if you want to know.
But is it fair to say that that has to do with incel, the Black Pill side?
It has to do with both incel and before incels adopted Black Pill, there was already political nihilists that were using it too.
Okay.
So like I'm not just applying the Black Pill to biology and sex relations. The Black Pill has to do with how disposable your existence is in totality because of your genetics and how much society completely throws you away.
Okay.
So it's not just about
Can I ask questions about specifically the Black Pill and the incel?
the dog pill.
Black.
Oh, the Black Pill.
Yeah. The
Well,
Black Pill and
obviously that just means human nature genetics is the difference between a tall guy, a forehead, a big kid. Not that.
Yeah, sure. But more of the ideology behind the Black Pill and what it means versus the right pill.
An ideology. It's more of an observation. It's more of a science. Ideology is more of a reaction to it, and there's the reactions go in all different directions.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. But let me throw something out your way and see how you. So how I understand the Black Pill is you identify towards more of the Black Pill than the Red Pill. You have two choices, right?
Hi, buddy. There's three. The Black Pill is an alternative to the Red Pill and the Blue Pill. The Blue Pill is just like personality, whatever. This is why I don't really fuck with the incel shit, because I'm on a level above this kind of stuff.
Attorney sent $2. Nick, stop talking. This conversation is consensual.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
You have a
leave.
Fifth Amendment
It takes
right to
forever to
remain
conversation.
silent. Is he being detained? Do you have a reasonable, articulable
I'm just used to getting my rights cut off. Thank you for a donation.
No, he has not. Nick,
I have to
please
turn
walk
down
away
this
now.
media.
What was that?
Thank you for not having a media. I was just talking to them.
So how I understand it is like the Black Pill is the side of the Red Pill, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really mean much to me just because there's just not a better word for it.
Okay, so how I see it as you have to if you're more on the Black Pill side, you have two choices: surrender your fate and identify as an incel, or make a change and change society. What are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, the Black Pill is about the present situation, and it is about like your genetics and where you stand. Your attitudes about like what can be done, whether it's for yourself as a collective, are not related specifically to whether you're quote unquote Black Pilled or not. For example, the people that tell you to like cope or maybe get like more money or a job or something like that, they call that different aspects of white pill or red pill, but that's still the terminology that I'm not really messing with that stuff. So I'm saying, to me, transhumanism and escaping America and socialism are the answer to this. Not paying people that are
coming up to you and telling you that you can't escape and we can't conform to your ideas.
Do what?
And what if people say that we don't want to escape and we can't conform to what you believe in, and we don't want to believe in what you said, and we think that you are crazy and we don't believe you? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's what I'm used to ever since I'm a kid. It's just normal. It's like that's how normal people think. It doesn't really faze me. I'm trying to talk to my people and be with my people. I have nothing against the normies, but yeah, we don't click on that shit, so it doesn't really matter.
Get upset.
Hold up. I already
free
found out
speech.
that my people
Nick,
don't
stop
have
talking.
constitutional rights
Nick,
anyway.
stop talking. Nick, stop talking. Nick, stop
He's not
talking.
gonna go away.
Stop.
They're gonna f with me. I'm not sure to leave. Thank you for the donation.
So they're just sending you money?
Yes.
Okay. And when they send you money, they can send a message in a broadcast.
Do what?
When they send you money, they can send a message in a broadcast.
Yeah, it comes out of the speaker. Yeah, everyone can see it and hear it. It's like sometimes there's a media involved. It's like a jukebox.
Okay. All right.
They're intentionally not sending media because they want to hear what's going on here.
Okay. All right. Do you have any ever ideas to change society into your ways of thinking more?
Everybody has ideas on what can be done to help people, but we know it's against human nature. Like, why would society want to give you mercy? Why would people who live in Elysium want to make people who live in Tartarus equals to them anyway? Just get out of Egypt. Society's never going to have mercy. It's human nature that the weak get disposed of. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
When you say get out of Egypt, what does that mean?
Get out of America. There's too much competition here. Like, just look at how you guys are surrounding me for just practicing my... I know, like, Elliot Rodger happened here, but it's still, like, my First Amendment right. And, like, in a third world country, even in world war in Africa, I wouldn't get with as much.
Yeah, but if you're going to get arrested, you probably wouldn't be talking.
I know. Yeah, I would already been arrested. In America, they violate the Geneva Conventions. All you ever since you're a kid, isn't that?
Nick, stop talking. Stop.
My bad.
So, interesting. You have a large following.
Any what?
You have a large following on social media that give you donations.
When I don't get banned and have to start from scratch over and over again, I've got up to 12K subs, duped, and then I usually get duped before I get 4K.
Really?
Yeah.
$4,000
I've gone through like
account?
I've gone through a dozen accounts too. Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. And that's money? 4,000?
No, 12,000 subs. I make about
Followers.
14K a year from it.
Oh, that's pretty cool, dude. Smart of you.
Yeah, I'm projected to make more next year if I don't go to get imprisoned or anything like that. Yeah. My bank account says next year, if all things go well, it should be out 24,000.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything to say to me? To better understand you?
I'm not trying to do any psycho fucking Manchurian people up shit. I came to Isla Vista. I know that the Elliot Rodger meme is here. I will make bank off that meme. I know that people are sensitive to it, but I really care about the First Amendment in my stance on eugenics.
Shea Brown sells and purchases controlled substances. Sent $1. Get any identifying information. He is legally obligated to give you correct as a mandated reporter. Leave a paper trail.
For the most part,
he is trying to befriend you.
The sheriff's a pretty chill. Santa Barbara downtown police pretty chill. I like the scenery. It's pretty. Yeah. So I'm not really lingering here for a long time. Because Elliot Rodger.
Hello, Gog from the Gog Nazi Super Soldiers sent $1. Please do not harm our bald, chinless Messiah. We know that his genetics disgust you, but God will curse you if you harm this supreme gentleman.
A lot of arms and shit and incels, though.
You didn't come here to gain more attention through the incel community because of Elliot Rodger's attack specifically here, and to gather people to come to Isla Vista to do another attack?
I realistically know that even if I joke about something like that, that's not actually going to happen, and that's literally a joke. At the very most, in my mind, people from the forum or community watching might be able to see situations like this unfold and laugh about it. And that's kind of what I provide.
All right.
Even as a joke, that's not funny. Nick, cut that shit out.
I appreciate you talking to me. I just want to have a conversation, dude. We're not here to like bum rush everyone to jail, dude. Sometimes we just want to have a conversation and learn more about you. Is that fair?
You gotta speak up a little.
Sometimes I just want to have a conversation and learn more about you, dude. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
It seems like you've had a difficult time in your past. You're how old now?
31.
31. Seems like you've gone through some shit in your life. Is that fair?
Physically in my body and in my constitutional rights, but I only think that is natural. I've already gone through the phase of complaining about it and caring about it.
Physically, what does that mean?
What?
When you say physically, what does that mean? Like, have you been
hearing impairments? They can be corrected with $10,000 surgeries not covered by healthcare. Male pattern baldness, asymmetric shit that is cosmetic and elective. Shit that takes a lot of money that's not covered by healthcare. Yeah.
Have you been through anything else hard times in your life, man?
Have any what?
Through any other hard times in your life?
I've had people violate my rights and gaslight me. It will be hard. I've had the system abuse me and shit like that, but that's part for the course.
Pissed you off?
Shea Brown punched her mother and was kicked out at 17 cent $1. Asked for his badge number or D number. He is legally obligated to give you correct and accurate information.
We already
any identifying information. He's filling out the DSM-5 diagnosis.
What were you asking?
more of your trauma in your past, like mentally. Have you received any like
I wouldn't call it trauma.
trauma?
Nothing individually traumatic. There's no shaking events or anything like that. There's no one thing.
When was the point where you became homeless? How long have you been homeless on the street?
I've been preparing to be homeless ever since I was a kid.
Want to be homeless?
As a kid, I had an acute understanding of like how inferior my genetics were and how poor my family was. So I knew that like how America works, it's going to be like a rough time. You're better off not giving into the system and being like a wandering saint or a dervish or like an ascetic or something like that. So
your thought process.
At this point, I guess Nick already turned down the speaker so that nobody could hear it, so these stupid donos keep playing.
You don't want to get into the system. So
I have no future, so why give it anything?
It's interesting. So that's why your choice is to be homeless and on the streets.
Until I get out of America. We've got to learn another language, be accepted in another country that might offer me a better quality of life.
So your goal is to get out of the United States and live outside the U.S.
Yeah.
How are you facilitating that?
Huh?
How are you facilitating that?
I don't know. I might try to do like a formal conversion to Judaism and see if I have enough Jew DNA to get a birthright to Israel or something like that. I know Israel doesn't have free plastic surgery and shit like that, but they have less like tall blonde-haired guys and tall BBC motherfuckers all around fucking all the bitches. So there might be more peace of mind over there. Huh?
I'm not that blonde, am I?
No. Okay. We're still copping for it. It's R&B, so like, yeah, you might as well throw me in the gas station.
All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You seem like a cool dude.
Yeah.
I just want to better understand you, man. Like, if it's an anger thing, if you're doing this to get funds to get out of the U.S., if you're doing this to get popularity, to get funds to get out of the U.S., or if you're aligning yourself and you idolize someone that is a mass killer, and you want to follow in that mass killer style.
I mean, one of my goals could be to like play a bunch of lottery tickets and try to get cosmetic surgeries and then leave the U.S. But yeah, like.
Okay. I've seen that you've owned firearms in Arizona. Do you own any firearms still?
Hell no.
Okay.
In fact, they got stolen.
Okay.
Yeah, they got stolen.
No firearms in your bags or anything?
Absolutely not.
Are you trying to...
I wouldn't try to do it in California because I know how hard they would be for that shit.
Okay.
You have to at least have a car to have firearms in California. They had permits.
If you were able to go across the street and that was a gun store right there, and you were able to walk in, purchase a firearm without any paperwork, and you had the funds in that brown bag right there to go do that, would you go do that?
Not if it was illegal and like somebody could...
No. It's perfect. Let's say we have Arizona laws, because our California laws are pretty stringent.
Yeah.
And it was legal for you to go in and purchase it and walk out, like Texas or whatever other state that's more gun friendly than California.
Yeah, especially in levels. Yeah.
Why would you?
I've had tweakers chase me with baseball bats and shit.
Okay. Why would you want to go get a firearm?
Wait, if it was legal and I wasn't gonna get fucked with, and I would have, because it's better to like not get your face smashed in by a tweaker or some shit like that. It's better to have one than to not.
Okay. So if you were able to,
if it was
legally
legal,
own a firearm, you would go purchase a firearm.
Not immediately. I'd have to have the money to it. I'd have to be like, is this the most important thing on the to-do list? Or like, so like, if I had the money and like other things in my life, my health, like my to-do list is good. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go buy this because all my to-do list is checked off. This body is X amount of worth defending. So like, yeah, it's only a matter of dignity that I should have this. But, yeah, I don't know. Are you trying to ask me if I'm some schizo who's just foaming at the mouth and just wants to buy a gun from some drug dealer right now? No, that's not good.
I'm wondering why you want to go. What's your purpose with that firearm?
Well, because people that are more minded who could oppress your rights, whether it's gang members or Gestapo or something like that, they have guns. So like, they could hurt people.
There's not a lot of gang members though out here in Isla Vista, right?
You what?
There's not a lot of gang members out here in Isla Vista though, right?
Doesn't matter. I live in a country where people have that ability. So why do you want to exist when you're less
Shay Brown will never be a mother and killed her cat said $1 the less you speak the better.
Whether
he is a psychologist and his expert opinion on incels will be used by the state as an expert witness. Stop talking. So, he is trying to befriend you.
I mean, if it's frowned upon me to want to have the same rights that you have and other Americans have, so you're allowed to have a gun, you have a family, you have a reason to have that, but I look mentally ill if I want to have a look. That's why I want to leave this country, dude. If I'm not allowed to have the same rights, the Bill of Rights are like the 10 Commandments of this shit, then the priests don't believe in the same God as me. It shouldn't even be about what do you want to do, why do you want to feel like this. It should be because the Constitution says so, and we're supposed to be equal. That's all I have to really say about that shit.
All right. That's good, man. Can I ask some other questions? More on your mental health side. Is that okay if I ask them?
Go ahead, shoot.
So it sounds like you've had some depression in the past. Are you still experiencing that depression, being out here in California?
I don't believe in depression. I have thoughts. We all have happy thoughts, sad thoughts.
Sure, that's fine.
You realize something negative, it lingers on as a constant reminder. Is that really depression, or is that just human observation?
You know, sad and happy feelings is a normal thing as a human being, right?
I don't have any. I don't have a negative mood that's in a constant state. No, I don't have that.
Attorney spent $2. Nicholas and stop talking. He is bidding a case to 5,150. Stop talking. Stop. Talking stop.
No.
Talking stop. Talking stop. Talking stop. Talking stop. Talking stop. Talking stop.
No, people try to make you get angry, gaslight you, and set you up. Ever since I was a kid, I've been aware of people try to manipulate, put words in your mouth and set you up. So I know not to get angry because I know that's what the Nazis do. What?
You're a very guarded person.
I know I don't. This kind of like this situation right here. Yeah. I know you have good intentions. You're not trying to fuck with me, but with my entire life, how gaslighty it is, it's just like not again. So that's why I seem like guarded.
That sucks, man. That's hard. Does that take a lot out of you, or are you just so used to it?
Yeah, but in order for that not to happen, I'd have to have the same rights as everyone else. I'd have to have the same quality of life. The same amount of reason
to arrest the 5150. You tell them to check logs. This is a consensual contact.
I'm not accusing
He's on your side and only wants to see if you will say something to give him a reason.
My interest over there and go have a conversation with them. You piqued my interest for reasons that we just discussed, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah, I must have piqued the interest of the guy with the different color uniform as well.
Yeah, we share common land. And this is out of Vista, and then you got the university right there.
Yeah.
Again, from past experiences.
Yeah. So, like, what could I do for you guys? Can you guys just give me a chunk of money to get a train ticket and get out of here, so I don't have to scare you guys anymore, or what?
There's certain services.
I'll jump town if I'm not going to get harassed anymore. I'll work with you guys for that.
There's certain services, like I was going to talk to you about more of the mental health side of things. Not at all. Okay. Having a therapist to talk to or anything like that?
No.
Okay. What are you interested in?
I'm interested in cosmetic procedures as well as non-cosmetic procedures that are still considered elective. That's all I'm interested in.
What would those, if you had enough, if I had a bill to give you money for cosmetic procedures, what would you do with that?
I would immediately get them and then try to try to get housing and shit like that. I'll try to put my body in the healthiest environment to receive those procedures and heal them in the best way and shit.
Do you treat your body healthy? Are you a healthy person?
As you can be when you're homeless and shit.
Yeah. Do you eat?
Huh?
Do you eat?
Hell yeah.
You eat food? Regular food? Or do you eat
junk bullshit?
What?
7-Eleven food, Domino's, all that shit.
Okay. Did you eat today? Okay. And you have a place to stay? I hear you have a tent?
Yeah, but they don't let you set the tent up at night at the parks here.
Okay. Alright, so you're aware of the rules.
Huh?
You're aware of the rules.
Yeah. I know that the rules used to be a little bit more relaxed a couple months ago, but yeah, they stepped up on, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
That's why I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to find a place where I can set up my tent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not here to do anything. I go, once I saved up enough money, trust me, you guys have already spooked me out enough. I'm trying to go Santa Cruz or San Diego or something, chill out.
Okay. At any point during the day or the last few months, have you heard voices?
No.
At all? Okay. And you've not been diagnosed with schizophrenia?
What do you say?
And you've not been diagnosed with schizophrenia?
No.
No mental health diagnosis in the past?
No formal diagnosis at all.
Can I ask if a question, this is a controversial question, let's say you were at a facility and someone said you have this diagnosis, but in your mind you're like, F that, I don't have that diagnosis, you're wrong. To you, is that a formal diagnosis or not a formal diagnosis?
Unless it's a formal diagnosis, no.
Okay. Even if you agree with it or not agree with it?
If it's not a formal diagnosis, because I know what you're talking about. And my rights were violated in that situation severely. And I didn't have the Fourth Amendment right because of the way that court works. And I could have easily proven everything wrong. And they gaslit me the entire time. The guy drove past my house over 120 times and bragged about it. And then he's the one who had me locked up for schizophrenia. Shit. He graduated from UCSB. I'm not intending to do anything criminal here, but it's funny that you guys bring up incels and Elliot Rogers and shit like this when an FBI agent who violated people's rights graduated out here, and he did it to me in Cincinnati. But I still don't have a beef with UCSB or anything like that. You're gonna be like getting in my head and shit. Just be aware that a guy who graduated here violated my rights so bad. But no, I'm not schizophrenic, dude.
Have you ever experienced like taking drugs in the past that have made you hear voices or see things?
No, I know that drugs don't make you hear voices, man. Electricity does, but I don't hear any electricity voices.
Okay. Electricity, what does that mean?
I don't know, like your phone and shit. Yeah, I don't hear voices at all. I only hear my own voice in my head telling me to respect authority and telling me that like women are all right and that I should get a job and I should, know my place. And I listen to that voice really, really carefully.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to replay all the dodos when they leave so I can hear what you guys are actually saying.
Do you have any questions or comments for me?
All I got is, once again, am I being detained? Am I good today?
Dude, you were never detained.
You good?
I told you that from the get-go.
I ain't got no questions then.
Just have a conversation, dude.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, man. Well, I appreciate you talking with us.
Cool.
You take care of yourself, alright?
Thank you. Holy 90 few viewers, 93.
I didn't get to introduce myself. I'm
do I have another one now?
No, I'm leaving.
All right.
But nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Dude, I had another one. I didn't even see that guy. Holy shit. Looks like our lives don't matter, boys. Yeah, dude. So, I know where my constitution stands on the whole thing, but guess what? They know that I don't have constitutional rights. They can violate my rights and play games. I'm lucky they didn't. But guess what? I don't have the money or the manpower to be like, this is wrong and here's why. Because only important people have that. So it's good that we are saved from the Nazis here once again. 40 fucking cops watching right now. Yeah. We're going to replay the donos. This got to do a wellness check on me. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. At this point, guys, I feel unsafe at Isla Vista. I feel like I'm getting fucking stalked by Nazis who don't like the Constitution, man. So, how about let's start a donation goal. I'm asking for money to get my ass to Santa Cruz and get away from this targeting because guess what, bro? What was the deputy's name? Something Murphy or something. You guys got the vids. We have DVR on. Get on the bus and go, bro. I need more money for that. So we just got illegally interrogated right now. I know we could have told him, hey, go away right now. But then it could have just been like, oh, you're within your constitutional right to tell us to leave, but we're going to write you a ticket for this, and we might feel like you're mentally ill and you need to get involuntarily.
Excuse me, would you like some food?
No, thank you.
Okay, God bless.
Yeah, there might be whispered all the food. I'm just kidding. But they'll use that against me. I can't even.
You sent $10 another L for vegan.
I mean, they look like they want to fuck with me at this point, bro. The other day, I thought they were over her shit. But I guess not, man. I guess people just can sip for the Nazis so bad, you're not even allowed to even joke about one of our boys. Oh, well. Notice how much they wanted me to turn off the fucking stream, too? Whether they kept their body cams on or not, if some bullshit would happen, I would have not been able to, do anything about that in court. So yeah, by the way, weed is away, and even though a weed pipe is out, we're not smoking any weed right now. Let that be on the record. Jesus Christ, where is Conald Peterson when you need him, bro? Where's Conald Peterson in the Proto gang, bro? Yeah, motherfucker. They following Proto. You know what? Some about the Lookout for Charlie content has something to do with this. I feel like they're extra mad at me because I'm watching Lookout for Charlie videos. They're all in on that shit.
Anonymous sent $2. Notice how they asked about a gun? Vegan prostitute is going to swat you eventually and say you have a gun.
I know. Yeah. She's fucking stupid, dude. Look how much they violated my rights right there. You think I could do anything as an American to stop them from an illegal fucking search and seizure of my shit? No. So why would I even carry something that allows you to have dignity and self-preservation? No. I know that the Nazis always win, and they could just turn my shit to mush whenever they want. I know I don't have self-preservation. I know I don't have freedom. I have to go now, yeah. They're trying to kill my ass. They're trying to fucking put me in a mental hospital or lock me up for something I didn't do. I'm ready to get the out of this town. I thought Santa Barbara was a nice place, but I guess we're not allowed to joke about certain things here.
Mr. 6 cents $1, do you think the Lookout for Charlie videos sussed them out? I never expected them to. Come today even. They knew a whole lot about you already since they're so honest about it all.
I know. It was really just a gaslighting fucking bullshit. Like, ha ha ha, we are the Nazi FBI fucking snitch cops. Like, yeah, hopefully they're not me. The guy was nice enough, but we know that they kind of like, they want me to be the bad guy, or they want to kind of do something with me. The sad thing is, none of the Chads and Stacys, the literal fucking Chads and Stacys, are not completed. She's gonna know about Santa Cruz. She's still gonna me. So it's like we have no actual complaints from the locals, but this bitch in Sacramento is making it seem like this is a fucking a security matter. Dude, you know who like has more of a reason to be concerned about this shit than her ass in Sacramento? The motherfucking college students that live in the buildings right behind me, they hear everything I fucking say. There's people with the windows open right over there. And the people with the windows open right over there, the college kids, they're not calling the cops on me for talking about this shit. But this shit has an agenda to try to violate my rights and f my life up 400 miles away. It's turning it into like a fucking Jack Bauer business in Isla Vista now. And it's comical, bro. And I can tell everything they've been briefed on. Yeah, today, from now on, the goal is like, I guess vegan wins. I guess vegan got to bully us out of Santa Barbara and Isla Vista. I guess being a Nazi and sipping for bitches has won once again. Ouch. We're gonna replay the dodos now. At least, guess what? I'm not detained, and as long as I'm not detained, guess what? My view count just doubled, and now people have a motivation to send money to me. So, like, who really won today? It looks like today's a win for targeted individuals and people who actually hear voices. Today's a win for people who only hear voices from RF weapons when they're in an anime, but never in real life. But thank you, my friends. They got my back over the Nazis. We just had an illegal interrogation on live stream. I knew my rights, but once again, try to flex your rights and see what they have a trap card face down for when you have rights. They have a trap card face down on the field whenever you say you have your rights. Yeah, but these guys seem to know a lot about. They don't care. So this pipe is fixed. We're not going to smoke it though. All we did was fix it. This guy was asking weird questions. No offense, I'm not trying to be mean. I guess he asked a second question. Whatever the protocol is to like make him ask the question. Guys, there's lots of silent pauses in that audio of my interaction with the cops, right? What do we know about silent pauses in between the dialogue of real people speaking next to the microphone? We know that there's shit in the air that could be picked up if you pull it up. Maybe look out for Charlie to know about this police interaction we just had with me. I wonder if there's anybody trying to tell me something in the background, but I'm not paying attention to because my ass is deaf as gotta hold the Moses staff before they try to take it. Hey, notice how the bitch who has a serial number scratched off cartel gun that some guy killed himself with, telling the cops, I might have a fucking gun. The bitch who has a cartel gun is the cops trying to set me up for something. Dude, it is swatting. That's what she does do. But guess what? Society's gonna side with the person who makes the false police reports like that, because guess what? I'm still a genetic lowborn who wants freedom for my people and recognizes the system of oppression. It is already a target of the enemy. So like, there's no way you can really get around that. The enemy still wants to destroy you, whether they recognize the fact that a bitch is setting you up or not. It doesn't matter. The enemy still wants to destroy you. It's up to them. And guess what? So it doesn't matter. I know, Taz. What is that his business? And like, who cares? Am I evil? Am I a bad guy for wanting to be an equal American, for wanting to have a dignified life? I know I'm within my rights, but ever since I was a kid, I know that my rights don't matter. Because they've always been doing this shit. It doesn't matter if you're doing anything criminal or not.